What happens to your stocks and shares ISA after you die? It's a question not enough people, in my opinion, ask, and a lot of us spend our entire lives saving and investing without really knowing what would happen to our money if we were to pass away. So in this video, I'm going to explore the question, what would happen to your stocks and shares ISA if you were to unfortunately pass away? Now here is my trading 212 stocks and shares ISA that I have been building up over the past few years. I am actually pretty proud of it. It's a 6-figure portfolio. It's not my only stocks and shares ISA, but I've been wondering what would actually happen if I, died now without a will in place or any measures. Just wondering how the money would get to the people that really need it in my family. Now, it goes without saying that you probably should have a will going at any age, especially, before 40s, because life is unexpected. But this isn't one of those videos. Now, on Trading 212, there are on the help section a few sentences explaining what might happen if you pass away holding a Trading 212 stocks and shares ISA. There really isn't that much information over here, but what we do know is that your current stocks and shares ISA becomes a continuing ISA. This means that you will no longer be able to deposit into your stocks and shares ISA, which of course makes a lot of sense because you are no longer here to receive tax benefits, and essentially HMRC is not going to give you any more allowance. Now, it does say if your estate is worth more than £325,000 that there may be some inheritance tax if you want to pass your stocks and shares ISA to your children, for example. And of course, in total, if your estates are more than this, which if you are gone in your 70s or 80s, you're probably going to have an estate higher than that if you own any property. However, if you do pass your stocks and shares ISA over to your spouse or your civil partner, then it remains tax-free. Now, whoever is managing your estate, they can sell the investments that you currently have and then pay the proceeds to your beneficiary, or actually they can transfer the investments directly without having to sell. Now, of course, this doesn't give that much information, so it's up to me to do a bit more digging. By the way, Trading 212 is a fantastic platform to start investing, and if you would like a free fractional share worth up to £100, all you have to do is to go into the promo code section and then just use my code JUBAIR or scan this QR code that appears on the screen right now. I don't want to take too much time out to say this. So it is up to me to do some independent research about what will happen to your stocks and shares ISA if you were to pass away. Now, with pensions, it is different. You can actually have a beneficiary on your pension. And from what I know now, you can pass it on to them. But then again, I don't know the tax implications of that. So let's go on to the government website and see what they have to say for this. So the stocks and shares ISA. So if you die, your ISA will end if your executor closes it. Now, this is a very poor choice of word in my opinion, because this kind of grossly implies that the circumstances behind your death is the executor. Okay, this is a joke, but anyway. Or if the administration of your estate is complete. Now, I don't know too much about, when people say estate because, I haven't thought too much of it as someone in their 30s, but I guess it's never too early to start thinking about this. But I do assume the estate is basically all your belongings, all your physical belongings, your money and stuff like that, and someone has to be in charge of that, including a debt too, of course. Now, in regards to your stocks and shares ISA provider, if it's Trading 212 or otherwise, they can be instructed to sell your investments and then pay the proceeds to your beneficiaries. So if you have a will in place, hopefully they can, sell the investments, and then someone or they actually, give out your proceeds to your beneficiaries. Or Trading 212 or your ISA provider, they can transfer the investments to a surviving spouse or civil partner. Like we said before, that should also transfer over the tax-free status of your stocks and shares ISA. However, they have to also have a Trading 212 stocks and shares ISA, which could be a problem in some cases, namely in my case where my wife, is a US citizen, so can't open a Trading 212 stocks and shares ISA. Now, here's some more information on the matter. If your spouse inherits your stocks and shares ISA, it remains tax-free, so it can grow indefinitely, but you can't actually put in any more money. If your ISA is large and you give it to a friend or family member that isn't your spouse, then yes, you probably are paying some inheritance tax. So since 2015, your spouse can inherit the value of your stocks and shares ISA through something special called the Additional Permitted Subscription, the APS. Now, let's say my stocks and shares ISA was £125,000. They will then get an extra £125,000 worth of allowance. This also means if they have their own stocks and shares ISA, that they can put that amount of the APS plus the £20,000 because that is their own allowance. So the government gives you a temporary boost so that you can put the amount that your late spouse had into your stocks and shares ISA. Also, if your stocks and shares ISA increases in value, then the APS will change accordingly. So if you had, let's say, £70,000 when you died and it went up by value, let's say you invested in something, it went up by £600, then you could apply for an APS of £70,600. So it's all to do with when you apply and the value of your portfolio then. However, if the value of your portfolio decreases on the day you die, you can still apply for the APS of that value, which is actually pretty good. Unfortunately, in order for your spouse to qualify for your ISA, it does have to be put into the will. There are two ways that your spouse can get the money into their stocks and shares ISA: a cash transfer and an in-specie transfer. This is almost exactly the same as a normal transfer between, your different ISAs, but this time it's from one person to another. Did you know that you can leave your stocks and shares ISA to a friend or family member? However, that might not be a very smart way in terms of tax, because they will have to pay tax on the income earned, and also because it will act like it's out of the stocks and shares ISA. Anything sold with a profit or capital gain, that will, of course, lead to capital gains tax. If you have a value over £325,000, and of course, inheritance tax right now is a massive 40%, but that of course is subject to change. Now, of course, people do need time to heal and, time to mourn. So the continuing ISA will remain open for 3 years. And within that time, you can decide what to do. And of course, a lot of people are under a lot of stress during that time, but it may be wisest to, if you want to, transfer over to your spouse in order to keep, those tax-free benefits. In every case, I hope everyone watching lives to see their portfolio grow to the number that they always have wanted. And I hope everyone gets to actually spend the money that they have for so long set aside to be invested. So make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video.